In this question, we'll find the sum, difference, product, and the quotients of different functions. Here we have been told to subtract, that is the difference between two functions, and the functions are given f of x is x minus 2 and g of x is 2x minus 7. So all you need to do is see which is the first function. F of x, write it out, x minus 2. Minus the second function, minus, let's open a bracket, 2x minus 7. Here this minus is multiplied throughout. It becomes x minus 2 minus 2x and plus 7. So when you simplify this, what happens? Here it becomes minus 2x and plus x. It's basically minus 2 plus 1 will be minus x. And then 7 minus 2 is plus 5. It can be written as 5 minus x or x minus x plus 5. You can see it's option C. Or it can also be written as 5 minus x. Look into the options and then finalize your answer. So here we go. And what about this one here? We have to just divide, that is minus x squared plus 6 divided by 2x squared plus 3x minus 5. Now if you look into this solutions, you can easily figure out option C is itself the correct answer. But what is this? X is not equal to. You just need a calculator. Here let's solve the denominator, that is mod 5 and 3. It's a quadratic equation. 2, 3 and minus 5. So what are the solutions here? It's 1 and minus 5 by 2. So these two will be the solutions of this quadratic, which makes the denominator 0. So you need to avoid these two numbers because denominator, if it's 0, it's undefined. You can't divide anything by 0. Say any number divided by, it's divided by over here, 0 will make it undefined because it's infinity. That's the reason. So that is why we will basically write x is not equal to 1 and minus 5 by 2 because that will make this equation undefined. Now there are other shortcut methods because the electronic part. Now what you need to do is assume x values. It takes more time actually. Like let's take at x is equal to 1.5 or 2.5. The reason I'm not taking 2 or whole numbers is it tends to be, because over here it's square and everything, you might get zeros over here. But if you take 1.5, 2.5, you will always get the answers properly. Now what you need to do is divide these both, right? So I'll write minus x squared plus 6 divided by 2x squared plus 3x and lastly minus 5. Now calculate this at 1.5 or say 2.5, any value you can take. I've taken 1.5, so the answer is here it is 0.9375. Now if you start solving these equations, only one will give you the same answer. Let me try it. Here the first one, it's positive x squared minus 6. And here we have 2x squared minus, so of course that's wrong. Let me just give you an example why. And it's plus 5 here. Now if I calculate it at say 1.5, I'm getting negative 0.75, which is wrong. So let me go to the option C, which was correct. That's basically the same question what we have written, So I'm sure this, you understand this is just a longer method than the simpler solving method. And over here we have minus. So here we get, yes, the same answer, that is 0.9375. Only one correct answer must give it. But if there are two correct answers, then look into this. Whatever is the denominator, just solve it up. Mod 5 and 3. And then use the coefficients 2, 3 and minus 5. That will give us 1 and minus 5 by 2. So this is the correct answer. Even the previous one, you can do the same thing. Say, for example, I'll assume the same value 1.5. Now here, let's go back to the computation mode. Let's write x minus 2. Then open a bracket and then, it's minus and then open the bracket 2x minus 7. Close the bracket and calculate it at 1.5. You're getting 3.5 as the answer. Here we got 3.5. So now what we have to do is basically solve these all. 3x minus 9 calculated at 1.5. Are you getting the same answer? No, it's minus 4.5, which is wrong. Now let us change this to 2x squared minus 11x plus 14, is it the same thing? Calculate at 1.5. No, it's 2. Let me just try last one before we go to the correct answer. X minus 5 and calculate this at 1.5. Here we are getting minus. No, it doesn't make sense. Last one is the correct answer. The third option, minus x plus 5 calculated at 1.5. Yes, you're getting 3.5. Only one will give you the correct answer, and that's your correct answer. Similarly, you can try that calculator method, but I'm going to solve all these problems directly because they're pretty easy to solve. So now here actually they're saying all the four things. That means you need to do addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Let's try them. So addition will be just minus, add them up. Because it's electronic, I'm going to write it directly. When you add it up, it'll be minus 2x plus 5. That is plus. What about minus? When you minus, subtract 2x minus, and minus will become plus 4x and minus 5. That's going to be 6x minus 5. How about multiplication? You just have to multiply them up. So here we go. It'll be 2x times 4. 2 times 4 is minus is there. Minus 8x squared plus 10x. That'll be the answer. And lastly, we have division. That is 2x divided by minus 4x plus 5. But what is not allowed? Here, the denominator cannot be 0. You can use it in the calculator and solve. This equation can be solved in the calculator, but I'm going to do it over here. Phi equals 4x. X cannot be equal to 5 divided by 4. So this is the domain that is not allowed. X cannot be 5 by 4. If it is so, then this is undefined. So these are the answers. First one was minus 2x plus 5, 6x minus 5, minus 8x squared plus 10. And lastly, we have over here the division, but then it's not equal to 5 by 4. Similarly, this one, you can try them by yourselves. Adding up gives us here, add it up, 5x minus 2. So it'll be 6x minus 3. That's when you add it up. What about subtraction? X minus 1, it's minus, this is the bracket here, 5x minus 2. So it'll be x minus 1 minus 5x plus 2. So here we go, it'll be minus 4x plus 1. Multiplication is given by x minus 1, 5x minus 2, and here we have 5x squared minus 2x minus 5x, and lastly we have plus 2. So it'll be 5x squared minus 7x plus 2. The division is just writing these two terms, numerator, denominator. That's it. And then what is the denominator not allowed to be? 5x minus 2 cannot be equal to 0. Let's use the cannot be equal to directly rather than equal to and then change it up. So 5x cannot be equal to 2, or x cannot be equal to 2 by 5. This is the solution. So here we can see x minus 3 correct, minus 4x plus 1. Yes, this is also correct. Multiplication is 5x squared minus 7x plus 2. And lastly, 2 by 5x is not equal to, but these two you just write it down as numerator and denominator. Similarly, these problems as well. X minus 2 plus 2x minus 7. The first one for the addition, the answer is 3x minus 9. What about subtraction? It'll be x minus 2 minus 2x plus 7, because it'll be minus these two terms, right? So it's minus x and plus 5. Then multiplication would be x minus 2 times 2x minus 7. X times 2x will be 2x squared minus 7x minus 4x and plus 14. And the answer is 2x squared minus 11x plus 14. And lastly, division is very simple. Write the numerator up and the denominator down and solve the denominator. This will be 2x minus 7 cannot be equal to 0. So 2x cannot be equal to 7, or x cannot be equal to 7 by 2 or 3.5. Here we go. The answers are all correct, I believe. There might be sometimes when I do it in hurry, I just miss sometimes. But yeah, over here, all the answers are correct. I'm just double checking the answers. Yes, that's all correct. So over here, the same answers are there. And similarly, this one, x squared plus x minus 5. That's it. the addition. You just write them together. Subtraction would be x squared minus x plus 5. Done. Multiplication would be x squared times x minus 5. That gives us x cubed minus 5x squared. Isn't that very easy? X cubed, this is division. X cubed divided by x minus 5, where x cannot be equal to 5. As simple as that. Why? Because x minus 5 cannot be equal to 0. If you take minus 5 to the other side, it will be this one. So, as simple as over here, that will be all the correct answers. Here as well. Now we have two quadratic. That will be adding and subtracting is pretty simple. When you multiply, right, you will have to understand all these terms must be multiplied by FOIL method. Let's first add it up. So we just write them all together and add it up over here. 3x minus 5. So x squared, it's plus x squared. And then we have plus 3x and plus 1. That's the first answer when we add it up. For subtraction, it is minus x squared plus 6 minus 2x squared minus 3x and plus 5. Because all the signs change. And here we will have minus 3x squared minus 3x plus 11. So that is about subtraction. What about multiplication? Multiplication will be minus x squared plus 6 multiplied with 2x squared plus 3x minus 5. So first term with first, it will be minus 2x power 4 minus 3x cubed. See what happens is this multiplied here, here, and the last term. Then we have plus 5x squared. Then with the 6 over here throughout, it will be plus 12x squared plus 18x minus 6 times 5 will be 30. And here we go. Let's simplify this. Minus 2x power 4. And there's only one cubic term, minus 3x cubed. There are two x squared terms, plus 17x squared. And lastly, plus 18x minus 30. So division is the most simplest one because you just write it out, numerator, the first term in the numerator and the second, the denominator term in the denominator itself. 3x minus 5. But here, please remember, we need to tell x is not equal to what? Let's use the calculator and find it out. All you need to do is mod 5 and 3 and put the coefficients 2, 3 and minus 5. We had done this at the beginning, but anyways, it's 1 and minus 5 by 2. That means x cannot be equal to 1 or negative 5 by 2 or negative 2.5. So that is the final answers. Here we go. This is correct. Subtraction is also correct. Multiplication is over here. Let me just double check. Yes, now we got 17 over here. I think so. I missed a sign or something. Yes, that is going to be... No. This is all right. Now 6 12 x squared. Now this is, yeah, minus and minus is plus. I think so this solution set as an error. See what happens is when you multiply this minus with minus 5, it becomes plus 5x squared. So this is wrong over here. It should be 17. The solution set is wrong. Whatever I had written a while ago is absolutely correct. So remember here, this whatever we got the answer is absolutely correct. So in the solution set, please remember that this part, it's plus 17, not plus 7, because it becomes minus x squared times minus 5 is plus, because 2 negative makes positive. And then we add this 5 and 70, 5 and 12 gives us 17x squared. And everything else is correct. Here we have again a quadratic, two quadratics. So let's add them up. 3x squared minus 4x plus x squared minus 8x plus 4. And this becomes not 3, it's just 4x squared minus 4x 8x. And it is 0 because why? Minus 4 plus 4 cancels off. It will be 0. So this is it. That's the answer. What about subtraction? With 3x squared minus 4 minus x squared minus 8. Okay, now here, yeah, we have done it. Yeah, 4x squared. This is correct. Addition is correct. Now subtraction, you need to change the sign. Minus x squared done. This will be plus 8x and minus 4. So that will give us 3 minus 1 will be 2x squared plus 8x, and lastly we have minus 8. Now let's do the multiplication. It will be 3x squared minus 4 times x squared minus 8x plus 4. That will be 3 times x power 4. You need to multiply all the three terms. Minus 8 times 3 is 24 x power 3, and 3 times 4 is plus 12 x squared, and then the same thing over here, minus 4x squared minus 32x, and lastly we have minus 16. And then we will just group the terms up. There's only one cubic, that's fine, this is correct, but there are two quadratic, that's power 2. So we solve it up, it'll be 8x squared then minus 32x minus 16. Division is pretty simple, just write 3x squared up above, and denominator is x squared minus 8x plus 4. And x will not be equal to, you need to solve it in the calculator. All we have to do is mod 5 and 3, put the denominator 1, minus 8 and 4. It's, 4 plus or minus, it'll be 2 times. So just write that, so you can see it's 4 plus or minus 2 root 3. And rest of the answers are all right. Okay, I did a mistake here. I wrote quadratic throughout. It's just that continuously recording all these videos, my focus has just gone away as my voice. So here it's 3x to the power 4 minus 24x cubed plus x squared minus 32x. Now wait a minute, it should have been minus and minus is positive. See, this is another mistake I've done, the blunder. When I multiply this minus 4, plus minus 4 with plus x squared will be minus. This will give me plus here, so this is positive. My bad, apologies for that. This is the correct answer. So here you can see it's all right over here. Each step is done, so you can just follow this. That is the end of this question. I hope it is clear. If you have any doubts, please consider rewatching the video or posting your doubts in the comments. I hope you all will head on to the next video.